Another key skill that is useful in assembling PVC pipe networks, craft projects, and especially rocket launchers is the ability to glue it. And there are some things that have worked well for me that I want to pass along a little bit. Here are the pieces of a stomp rocket kit. And sometimes the stomp rocket joints may be loose. You'll want to glue those so that they don't fall apart every few times that the launcher is stomped on. And one of the most common ones is this joint right here, this elbow joint that holds the riser for the launch tube itself. So one of the things that I've done a lot is glue that joint. I have an older one here. This one's been stomped a lot, and you can see that it's been glued. There are lots of volatiles, chemicals that evaporate in the glue and in the primer. This is the standard purple primer, and you can tell that it makes a mess. The purple stuff makes a mess, so you want to take care where you use it and cover things that you don't want purple, because it will drip and it will spill sometimes. Another thing to note is you want to be outdoors or in a well-ventilated area to do the gluing so that the fumes don't accumulate and cause health issues. There's no special preparation for this task other than make sure that the surfaces are clean and there are no rough edges or particles left from the cutting process. The one thing that I like to do for this task is I like to loosen the lids because this is a rapid process. And I want to make sure that they're ready so that I can do it fast. The process goes like this. You take the primer, which is the purple stuff, and this Odie brand works well. There are a number of brands, but these are the ones that are most available where I am. So you'd put the primer on, and if you want it to look good when you're done, like the one I showed earlier, you want to not over prime so that there's purple stuff way back here. You want to prime only where this pipe will cover so that it looks good when the joint is complete. Even more important than looking good, though, is to have a joint that is solid. And especially when you're doing pressurized pipe, they need to be watertight. After priming, almost as quick as you can put the lid back in and give it a twist, not even tighten it, and go to the next bottle and get the applicator ready. The primer doesn't want to be completely dry. It helps to have it be wet. Now, will the pipe joint work if the primer dries? Yes. Usually it does well. However, there's no problem with putting more primer on if the primer dries out, if you don't get to it in time, and just go again. So here we go. I try and squish out a little bit of the primer, and then I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to go around the pipe like that. Make sure it wets it. Same thing here. And then I'm going to quickly go to, oh, this wasn't as quick as I wanted it. I'm going to quickly go to the glue and rub it around the outside of here and around in the inside of the pipe. And this is kind of older glue, but if you push it in like this and twist it and then hold it, in some areas of where it's cold, this glue will try and push itself apart for a few seconds, but now it's solid. It will never move again. So you want to have this rotationally placed, and you'll want to have, oh, I got a big clump right there that can be taken off. You want it rotationally placed such that it's aligned with whatever else you need to build. And you'll want to put a short twist on the pipe so that it seals and wipes the glue around the inside surface and seals the inside of the pipe. That's a pretty good summary. This glue was older. I should have checked it before using it. But again, for the purposes of this task, this will be a beautiful bond and And notice that the purple stayed almost exactly where it needed to. And other than this glob of glue, it did a good job.